Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. Very good evening. How are you all doing? Welcome to the live stream everyone. Tell me, how are you people doing? How's the day going for you all? Okay, yeah. Hi, Mohammed Nadeem. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you are doing well. Hi, Shrikant. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you are doing well. Hi, Om. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you are doing well. Okay, Om. Good to hear that out. Black hole at the rate Om Gupta. Okay. Okay, Rahul, good to hear that out. I hope you are doing well. Hi everyone. I hope all of you are doing super good, and even the day might have gone very fine for you all, right? Perfect. Right. Okay. So we can 10K की बात करी live stream. Yes, it's I have been really waiting a very long for completing the 10K. So really, I just want to thank you all, everyone, for making our family a 10K family. And this was all possible only with your support, your love. Because of that, it won't ever be possible. So thank you so much everyone for showering your lots of support and lots of love for me. And I hope that soon we'll be reaching 50K as well, and this way our family will keep on growing and increasing. So thank you everyone for the support which you all are showing to me. Okay, yeah, hey Black Hole, welcome to the live stream. I hope you are doing well. Perfect guys, perfect. Okay, very nice everyone. Okay, so up to the time people are joining in the session, let me very quickly tell you what's the things which we are going in currently and what's the agenda. So agenda goes that on Mondays we have some general videos, like last time I put down that do's and don'ts in your college life and the things like that. Some general videos are on to the Mondays. Tuesdays are the long videos, means your complete Python internals, complete advanced Python internals. These types of videos we have it on Tuesdays. Wednesday, Thursdays and Fridays. Wednesday and Thursdays goes for your Wednesday, Thursday and Friday goes for your Python with machine learning. Saturdays we have the live streams, and Sundays again goes your Python for machine learning. That's what all we have in here for I would say all the days which we have in. Right, so that's the agenda which we are following it completely for the 1 week. Right, and that's the idea. Okay, Black Hole, what's your opinion on NIM programming? Okay, if I say very truly about this, I'm not very much aware that what is it actually. So if you can help me out with that, I can let you know about those things as well. Because I never want to give any wrong suggestion to any of my subscribers or to any of you also. I never want to give any of the wrong opinions. So yeah, let me know everyone if you can please help me out with that. Perfect. So what we can do is that I will start on the live stream for today, and the people will keep on joining and joining. Right? Let's start on that one. So in case you already might have seen with your onto your thumbnail of the live stream that what are we gonna do today. So into this particular live stream of today, we'll be making up a rock paper scissor game, right? I hope everyone might have played that when you were small, or might you are playing up till now also. Rock paper and scissor, right? Just comment down how many of you play this game. Rock paper and scissor. I have really played a lot this game. I really had played a lot. Yes, tell me out everyone, how many of you have played it? Okay, fine. So today we'll be building up that particular game itself, that is your rock, paper and scissor game with the help of your Python programming. That's what is today's topic, today's project, which we'll be building up over here. Right, so what are we gonna do is that we'll start building that. But okay, see, I'm not gonna take it too much of like project which is on to a very advanced level. For now, I'll be taking the basic rock, paper and scissor game. Right, I won't take any of the very advanced ones, because we have many people over here in the live streams who are very new to Python programming, who do not have many advanced level knowledge. So that is the reason we'll be taking the basic one, and then further on to the next live streams we can take up the advanced rock, paper and scissor game also. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, Bharat, is it SQL completed? Yeah, Bharat, SQL is completed and the compilation video is coming very soon. Very soon you will find the compilation video of the SQL onto the channel. You can look over this Monday or Tuesday for it. Okay, right, so we'll be starting up here with the writing out of our program and writing up of the things, right? So what I'm going to do is that I can start out with the importing up of my libraries. So I can simply write up here, I'll be using up the random module. Now random was sort of a module which we have up into the Python programming. It helps you to generate up some random numbers or generate up some random strings or whatsoever like you would want to generate randomly. It helps you to do that, right? So that is what is your random module. So this particular module only I'll be using up through my complete project about making up this rock, paper, scissor game. Okay, so that's the idea. Only one module is required, your random module. So if you're a person who is having very basic knowledge of Python, so you can as well relate up with the things very efficiently and very clearly also, right? So yeah, that's the idea. Further, I'll be taking two variables. One will be my player. I'll be assigning that the score as 0. Second, I'll be taking the CPU. That I'll be assigning the score as 0 as well. So player and CPU, these are the two variables that I'll be taking up here through, and I'm simply assigning them the score for now as 0. So as soon as whosoever will be winning from the player or CPU will be further assigning the score to that particular person. Okay, it's like that. So whosoever will have up the 3 points, either the player or the CPU, whosoever has the 3 points, that person will win the game. Okay, so this type of a print statement I really want to print up in the starting over here. So print, I can put it up in a manner that 3 points wins the game. Okay, let me write it, wins the game. Like this, I can print up a statement. Okay, 3 points prints the game, and here as well I can print up a statement, which is my name of the game. Like this, it's rock, paper, and Scissor, Scissors game, like this. Okay, and put up the things like this, right? So it's all done like this, right? Okay, Nikhil ma'am, what's the topic for today? So Nikhil, the topic for today is we'll be making up a rock, paper and scissor game with the help of your Python programming language. Okay Nikhil, that is the topic for today. So rock, paper and scissors game, and I just put down the heading and then one of my instructions like the thing. Now see, this is a complete project which can be made very simply with just using a little bit of brain of yours, right? Now you have to simply put up the conditions regarding the CPU and regarding the player. Like if the player is getting this or the CPU is getting that, just based upon that you have to put in up your conditions. Nikhil, not using the pygame library, we'll be simply using up the random module here. I do not want to make it firstly at an advanced level. It might be not that much clear to many of the people because we have many beginners here. So today we'll be making it onto a very basic level, and next time we can convert this to an advanced with the pygame and the tkinter and all the things. Okay, so it's like that. So yeah, here rock, paper and scissors game, the print a statement, 3 points wins the game, right? Those things have been done in. Now I'll be applying a sort of a condition. While player is less than 3 and CPU is less than 3. Now see, what is it? It is like up till the time the value for the player is less than 3 and the value for the CPU is less than 3. So see, in the starting what conditions I did put up my player and I did put up my CPU as 0. Right, so my condition goes up till the time the value for the player and the value for the CPU is less than 3. So inside the while loop we will go and further put up the functionalities over there. So first of all, I'll be using up the CPU underscore choice a variable, and there I'll be simply putting up some random choice by the CPU. Okay, so it's gonna be like random dot choice, and my choice can be 3, your rock, comma, your paper and your scissors, right? So see, now what will be happening up with the help of the random module which we have put in, automatically sometime rock will come, sometime paper will come, and sometime scissors will come. Automatically these things will happen up, right? So automatically for the CPU these choices will be taken. Now what about the player? How will player make up their choice? So player choice will be made by taking the input from the player. So I'm going to put up input, and there the options which I'm going to give is rock, paper or scissors. Like this my options will be for my player, rock, paper or scissors, right? So into this particular manner, first of all I have taken up the random choice from the CPU, and then even I have taken up a choice from my player. So CPU's random choice will automatically be taken, and for the player we will be taking it onto our own. You'll be writing it onto your own. Fine. After that I can even print up one more statement so that the things are pretty much more clear to us. So I can write up here the if strings that print if. For the CPU, the choice of CPU is I would write up the variable here, choice, CPU underscore choice. Versus, I can write it for the player as well. So versus player colon, and for the player it's gonna be like player underscore choice. So I have just printed up the choice for my CPU and even for my player. Right, so am I clear up to this particular position to each and every one of you? Whatsoever I have done up over here, just give me a confirmation in the chat box, guys. Okay, Rahul, thank you for the confirmation. Okay, fine. Let's proceed on further here, guys. And now it's the time for putting up my conditions. So I'm going to start on with my conditions, okay? That if player underscore choice, so what I would do, I would just convert everything to the lowercase, because see, it might happen. Happy. Is it possible to create projects using SQL? Yeah, sure, Happy. It's possible. Like you can have in some of the data stored up into your database, and onto that database you can perform some different types of operations. Your queries you can put up, or you can connect Python with SQL, and based upon that you can make up some authentication projects or the things like that. So yes, absolutely it's possible, Happy. So here what I'm doing is that I'm just converting all of my choices for the player and even for the CPU into the lower cases. Fine, so that's what is being done. So for my CPU, all the choices are already into the lower case. So for my player, what I would do, whatsoever the input the player will be given, that will be automatically converted to the lower case, means small characters. So if the choice of the player is equal to the choice of the CPU, my very first condition, okay? So if the choice of the player is equal to the choice of the CPU, so we can just simply print in up a statement that is tie. No points, right? Like this we can very simply print up a statement, print die no points. So no points will be awarded either to your player or to your CPU. Fine, that's one condition is done. Next I'm going to use up the elif. Now be very specific with these conditions, because these are the main part of your program. So if the choice of the player, okay, the player choice dot lower, if the choice of the player is rock, means if the player has chosen rock, okay. Nikhil, I didn't understand line number 13. 13, where is it? Okay. See, Nikhil, what are we doing in the line number 13 is that I'm not sure whether you know about the if strings or not, but okay, if strings are a type of strings into which, let's say you are having some number or some string which is stored in some variable, right? And you just want to print that over here into the output part. So what do? You use up the if strings. Even you can use up the format function as well, if you had known about the format function. So format functions as well used, but if strings is a much convenient way. So CPU, now these brackets which I had put in these curly brackets, and inside that CPU underscore choice, what it will do, whatsoever the random choice has been generated from this, okay, it will actually help me to put up this random choice inside this particular. So it will be like CPU colon rock versus player colon, or whatever is the choice taken by the player. So it will be in the formatted CPU colon rock versus player colon scissors, like that. So whatever the choice has been taken by CPU and the player, those will be displayed over here. So as for a confirmation about the things, what is actually happening, and for making it more user friendly, we are writing up this statement. So I hope, Nikhil, now you are clear with this particular thing. Rahul, I didn't understand line number 15 why you use lower. 15, okay. See, Rahul, what has happened? What happens up here? Let's say, Rahul, I am writing up a program. Okay, I am just simply taking up the input from the user. Now see, in my random.choice, I have taken up all the inputs in the smaller cases. Means rock, paper and scissors all are in the small letters. Now, what if I just simply, the player has given the choice and that choice is somewhat in R is capital or by mistake S is being made capital. So Python is a case sensitive language. It will say that these two are the different things and it will try to move on onto my other conditions. It will treat this scissors and this scissors as a different thing because the S is small and S is the capital. So what I am doing is that whatever the choice player has put down, rock, paper or scissor, whatsoever, I am just trying to convert that all into the small cases, into the small letters, so that no problem occurs up while putting up my conditions or while satisfying up my conditions. So that is what is the reason, Rahul, I had used in dot lower. I hope you got in the idea, Rahul. Please, if you can confirm me out. Okay, Nikhil, thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, thank you, Rahul. Thanks for the confirmation, guys. Perfect. So yeah, this lower is being done and here we are using up this rock function. Right, now I'll be putting up the further conditions. If now I have declared the choice of my player, right, if my player choice is rock. So now if the choice of my CPU is equal to scissors, right, if the choice of my CPU is equal to scissors, so in that case player gets 1 score, right? So player plus is equal to 1. So it means that player gets 1 point added. And we can print up a statement in the format that player wins 1 point. 1 point added. Like this we can print up a statement. So it's very simple. If the player choice is rock, then if the choice of the player is rock, it will go inside this condition. Now it will check in for the choice of the CPU. If the choice for the CPU is scissors, so in that case player wins and player gets 1 point. And one more condition could be put up over here, that if the CPU choice, if the choice for the CPU and if the choice for the CPU is equal to paper, if the choice of the CPU is paper, in that case who wins? My CPU wins in that case. So CPU plus equal to 1. And you will print up a statement over here that CPU wins 1 point added. Like this you can print up a statement. Right. So now one of my things have been completed up here, that is if the choice of the player is rock, in that case if the CPU is having the choice as scissors, so in that case player wins. If the CPU is having the choice as paper, in that case CPU wins. And if the CPU is having up the choice same as the player's choice, then in that case we have the tie and no one gets the point. Fine. One of the conditions has been done. Now next elif goes here. Next elif will be my player of choice again. So player underscore choice dot lower. This time if the player is having the scissors as the choice. Okay, if this time if the player has taken the scissors. So in that case if CPU underscore choice is equal to the paper. It means that if the choice for the CPU is paper, so in that case who wins? My player wins. So player plus is equal to 1, right? And we can very simply print up a statement that player wins. 1 point added. Okay, like this we can add up a condition that the player choices if the scissors. So in that case, if the CPU has chosen the paper, so in that case my player wins. Otherwise, if the choice for the CPU is equal to the rock. If the choice for the CPU is rock, so in that case my CPU wins. So CPU plus equal to 1, and you can print in up a statement over here that the CPU wins, and you can write in 1 point added. Okay, this is the another condition which is being satisfied over here, right? Now this one has been done. My player has taken the rock, right? And here my player has taken up the scissors. Fine. Now what is my next condition? My next condition is about taking my player as the paper. But before moving forward with the things, I just wanted a confirmation from you people that am I clear up till this particular place to everyone, whatever we have discussed up so far? Just please get me a confirmation, guys, so that we can proceed in further. Because a very small part of our game is only left out. Rahul, paper choice पे कभी points नहीं मिलेगा. No Rahul, we will get the points for the paper choice. After this I'm gonna add up the condition for the paper only, Rahul. One condition is left out, and that is for choosing the paper. Okay, so I'm gonna put up over elif, and this time if the player has chosen the paper this time, so lower is equal to the paper, like this, right? Now if the player has chosen the paper, next condition goes that if the CPU choice is equal to the rock, so in that case my player wins. So player plus equal to 1, right? And we can print an up a statement over here that player, one second, like this, that the player wins. 1 point added, right? And in this only, if the CPU choice is equal to the scissors, if the CPU choice is equal to the scissors, so into that case we will say here that the CPU choice has been added. So CPU plus equal to 1, and I'm going to use up my print statement over here that the CPU wins and the exclamation mark like this, right? And I'm going to write that 1 point added, right? On the else condition. So in the else condition I can write else print invalid input, new round. Okay, like this we can simply put up condition over here, like that, right? If any of these conditions are not being satisfied, either the first or the second or the third or the fourth, if any of these conditions are not being satisfied, so at last we can just simply print up this invalid input, new round. Fine. And at last what I'm going to print up over here is that I'm going to print up a statement over here that the player wins. Player wins. Condition goes that if player value is greater than CPU, else you can write CPU wins, like that. Right, so here we are having a condition for your print statement. See, this is a short, I would just tell you what thing I had used up over here. So it is called as shorthand if else condition. Okay, the statement like this, whatever I have used, this is statement line number 48. So it is called as your shorthand if else conditions. Okay, so here what happens, that this is your condition. If player is greater than CPU, if the condition is true, right, if this condition is true, so this part will get executed, else this part will get executed. So it's like that, right? I hope you're getting me. If this condition is true, so this part gets executed, else this other side part gets executed. So this is what is known as your shorthand if else condition, right? So here my complete project, my complete program has been completed. Before moving forward, just wanted to ask you people that do you have any questions, guys, or shall we proceed for checking the output for this? Am I clear with these things to everyone, guys? Okay, Rahul, no questions. Perfect. Happy? Yes, I'm going to show the output only. It's for just that I was trying to ask you people. If you have any questions, I can help you to solve that. Otherwise, I can proceed towards the output. Fine. Let's run out this particular program. So run over here. Okay, Nikhil, thanks for the confirmation. Okay, so it's like that. Rock, paper and scissors game. 3 points wins the game. Rock, paper or scissors. So let's say I just wrote up here rock. CPU paper versus player rock. So CPU wins. 1 point added. Now CPU is working automatically, right? You are the player. CPU is the other person. So you are playing up this game with the CPU. So see, CPU chooses the paper. You had chosen the rock. So paper versus rock. Who wins? Paper wins. So 1 point has been added. So let's say I just wrote up over here scissors. CPU as well chooses the scissors. Player has as well taken the scissors. So it's the tie between both of them. No points. Right? This time let's say I take in the paper. So CPU chooses the paper, you as well chose the paper, so no points. Let's say here I chose scissors. So CPU chooses the paper, player chooses the scissors. So paper versus scissors, player wins. 1 point has been added to the player. Next, let's say I take in here rock. So CPU took rock, player took rock, no points. That's a tie. Again, let's say I take in the rock. So again, it's a tie. Again, I take in a rock. So it's again a tie. Right, so let's say I can take in paper this time. So it might happen that many a times you are getting up the, I would say, the tie between the paper, the player and the CPU. Let's say this time I took scissors. So CPU take the paper, player versus scissors, so player wins. 1 point has been added to the player, right? I took in, let's say, rock this time. So CPU took the paper, player took the rock, and CPU wins. 1 point added. So now this time CPU and player, both of those are having up the 2 points. Now let's see who wins the game. I took in the paper, let's say. So it's a tie. I took in the rock, let's say. Player wins. So this time CPU took the scissors, player took the rock. So player wins. It means that I win. So finally, this is how your complete rock, paper and scissor game will be working out. And this is how you will be going through and playing with this game. Right, so it's cool enough, right? So you can just like you can be busy playing up this game at your end and things like that. Right, so let me know, did you enjoy making up this game or not? It was a pretty simple game, I agree, but yeah, it was a sort of a game which can help you to revise up all of your previous concepts about your Python programming language. Let me know how is the game, everyone, in the chat box. Yes, tell me, everyone, how was the game and how many of you completely made that out with me over here? Okay, Rahul, good to see that out. So if you people have any questions regarding the game or regarding the concepts which I have used in, you can please ask me out and I'll be really happy to reply to those all of the questions regarding this project, whatever we had made up over here. Any questions, anyone of you? Samuel it's Alim, okay. The project was about making up the rock, paper and scissors game with the help of the random module in your Python programming language. Nikhil ma'am, please do live at 9 p.m. Okay, live at 9. Okay, I'm really very sorry for saying that, Nikhil, but at 9 I have to deliver the sessions in upgrad, so that gets ended up at 9:30 and then I come up here live at 10. So yeah, that's the reason I can't do that live over 9 p.m. No, not on Saturdays or Sundays. I'm really very sorry for that. Okay. Fine guys, fine. So I hope you all must have enjoyed up this particular project. You did like making up this project. Thanks Nikhil for that. Right, so I hope you must have enjoyed making up this, and even your previous concepts might have got brushed up as well. Prajapati Hindi spoke. Okay, yeah, if Prajapati Manish, if you want anything to explain over Hindi, so yep, you can please let me know that particular thing and I'll be really happy to explain you that thing in Hindi. Rahul, you taught at Upgrad also. Yeah, Rahul, currently I'm working as an instructor at Udemy, subject matter expert at Upgrad, video content creator for great learning, for geeks, for Lambda test, for iJapriya, and even I'm the founder of YouTube channel where you come up over live. So Rahul, that's what all I'm doing currently. Okay, Rahul, so there I take in the live sessions for the data analyst and the data science courses. Samuel Alim, I do not have a computer, I'm learning Python. I'm very happy to see the eagerness of you to learn Python, and I'm happy. And Samuel, if you want, sometimes you can use the Google Colab IDE, that particular platform over the web as well, Chrome as well, Google Chrome. It can help you out over there as well. Nikhil, please do live every day. Yeah. Oh no, Nikhil, live doing every day won't be possible for me. Um, that would really be not possible for me for doing live every day. Nikhil, ma'am, do you know Malayalam language? No, no, Nikhil, I do not know Malayalam. I only know Hindi and English. These are the two languages which I know. Okay, fine, guys. So I hope you all might have enjoyed making up this project today. Thanks for that, Rahul. Fine, guys. So I'll be stopping up here only for the today's live stream. I hope you might have enjoyed making this particular project. Even your previous some of the concepts might have got brushed up as well. Now I'll see you all in the next live stream next Saturday, same time, 10 p.m. in the evening with some new topic for you all. And again, I want to say thank you to all of you. Recently, we have completed 10K family on YouTube. So that was completely possible because of your support and your love which you always share on me. So thank you so much everyone for that. And even I just request everyone to very quickly go ahead and share up this channel with your friends so that we can slowly and gradually reach and increase our family to a very big one. So thank you so much for your support everyone for this. Okay, we have some questions. Okay, it's tech. Are you going to cover data? Tech for now, though I do not have any such plans for covering up the Django because currently machine learning is going on. After that, I'm gonna start up the data structures and the things. So for now, though we do not have any plan, but yeah, sure, further in the future I will be covering that out. Samuel Alim, how many languages do I need to learn for get a job at Google? Samuel, it's not about having up the knowledge of languages. It's about that on what position you want to go. And if you want to go for the software developer, so go for the data structures algorithm, Java, JavaScript, these things. If you want to go for the data science role, so go in for your okay. Once again, it's Alkesh Srivastav. Thank you so much, Alkesh Srivastav, so for subscribing out my channel over here. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was talking about if you want to go for data science or data analyst, so your Python will work out for you, right? If you want to be a full stack developer, web dev, so in that case, Django can help you out. So Samuel, it depends that what role you want to go in. Based upon that role, whatever is the preferred language, you can learn that. Yeah, sure, Nikhil. See you next week. Fine, everyone. So now I'm gonna really close up the session for today. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in the session. I'll see you all next Saturday, same time, 10 p.m. in the evening with some more new projects for everyone. So till then, thank you, everyone. Take care and have a nice week ahead. Bye bye and take care.